So good afternoon, class. How are we feeling today? How are you?
Good.
Good. So today in math for kindergarten, we're going to learn about patterns. Has anyone heard of a pattern before? Abby, good job. All right, does anyone want to share what they think a pattern is? Make a prediction, or if you know what it is? Yes, Abby.
My mommy says the patterns are what are on my shirt.
On your shirt? What kind of shirt were you wearing?
Stripes.
Good. So stripes can be patterns because it's something that repeats itself. You know what it means to repeat yourself?
Can polka dots be a pattern?
Polka dots can be a pattern. Do you know what it means to repeat yourself?
No.
Repeat yourself, it's something that happens over and over again. So that's another way to say pattern. All right, so I'm going to show you a pattern on the board. So a pattern can be a star, a square, a star, and a square. So the star and the square repeats itself. I'll show you one more. We'll do one with a little more to it. Okay, can anyone see the pattern in this next one?
There are no stars or squares in that one.
There are no stars or squares in that one, but this is a different pattern. Can you tell me what repeats itself in this pattern?
The smileys, the hearts, and the circles.
Good job. So if we separate this, this will repeat itself. So what do you think would come next?
The smiley. The heart. And a circle.
Good job. All right. Can anyone come up and try to draw their own pattern? Michaela. All right, so this is Michaela's. Is this a pattern? Raise your hand if you think it's a pattern. Raise your hand if you do not think it's a pattern. Why is it not a pattern, Abby?
Nothing repeats itself.
Good job. So nothing repeats itself here, Michaela. So it's not a pattern. It could be a pattern if we did this all over again. So if we did the star and the circle and the square and the heart, that would be a pattern. But if you just only had this one half, that is not a pattern. Does anyone else want to come up and try to draw their own pattern? Abby? Alright, so is this a pattern? Raise your hand if you think it's a pattern. Alright, so why is it a pattern, Michaela?
Because the oval and the moon and the star repeat.
So at the end of this, what would you add to the end of Abby's to make it a pattern?
A star.
Star, good job. Okay, let's do a few of what would come next. So if I draw a smiley face, a triangle, a heart, and a smiley face, what would come next in this pattern? Michaela.
A smiley face.
No, it would not be a smiley face. What would come next? Abby, do you know?
triangle.
Triangle. Good job. See how it repeats itself? So after the smiley face, you can always look back. And after the smiley face will be a triangle. That makes sense, Michaela?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Can we make anything else into patterns? Michaela,
Can we make patterns with letters?
you can make patterns with letters. So in this pattern we have ABC, ABC. So you can repeat with letters too. So what would be the repeating pattern in this?
ABC.
ABC. Good job, Michaela.
Shay, Abby has a question.
Yes, Abby.
Can you make patterns with numbers?
You can make patterns with numbers too. So in this pattern, what's repeating?
2, 4, and 6.
Good job. So it's 2, 4, and 6 repeating. So what would come in the next part? What would the next number be, Michaela?
2, 4, 6.
Good job. So can anyone think of an example from like at home that you've seen a pattern before? Michaela.
My mommy has a shirt that goes yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green.
Like stripes? Good job. Anyone else?
The floor,
What's the pattern of the floor?
stripes.
Stripes. Yeah, good job. So stripes can be patterns too. If we're standing in line and we have a girl, boy, a girl, and a boy, is that a pattern?
Yes.
Good job. What if it was a girl, a boy, boy, and a girl, and a girl?
Yes.
It would not, because there was one girl at the beginning, not two. Does that make sense? Or do you need me to draw it out?
Can you draw it out?
I can't draw it. If we have a girl, a boy, another boy, a girl, and a girl, what do you see that does repeat in this?
Boys.
Boys. How many?
2.
And how many girls are after that?
2.
So, to put this girl in the pattern, what would we need to put in front of it?
Girl.
A girl. That way, our pattern is girl, girl, boy, boy, girl, girl. Does that make sense? Alright. Yes, Michaela.
Can you mix letters and numbers in a pattern?
You could mix letters and numbers in a pattern. Do you think you could? Could you make one up? Do you want to come up and draw it on the board?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Can you tell us what your pattern is?
2A, 2A, 2A.
Good job. So Abby, do you see how she used numbers and letters to make her pattern?
Yes.
Alright. So I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to get some cards that have pictures on them, like smiley faces and houses, and you're going to make your own patterns. Ready? Here you go. You can work together, you can work by yourself. If you need some help, just let me know.
We got it.
Alright class, so I see that most of you are done making your patterns. So who wants to go first and share their pattern up on the board? Michaela. You bring your cards up.
There's just so many.
You can put them up here, or you can draw it on the board.
I draw.
All right, you can draw it on the board. That's fine. Thank you for sharing, Michaela. All right, so class, does this look like a pattern?
Yes.
Take your time.
No,
Why not?
because there are hearts at the end behind the house, but there are no other hearts behind the other house.
Good job. So, could we make this a pattern if we took away the 2 hearts? So, what would our repeating be? What would our pattern be?
Star, smiley, house.
Good job, Michaela. So, Michaela, you just didn't add those hearts on the end? You would have had a really good pattern. All right, Abby, do you want to come up and share your pattern on the board? Or do you want to use your cards? Thank you. All right, class. So does Abby's, the second one, look like a pattern?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what's repeating? What's the pattern there?
Stars.
Stars. What else?
Smiley face and heart.
Star, smiley face, heart. Because it repeats twice. Good job. All right. So that's all we'll do for today. Tomorrow, I want you guys to practice some of your patterns tonight with your parents, and then tomorrow we'll talk about patterns some more. Sound good?
Yes.
All right.